Here we are, about our early morning walk with, we've got our trusty litter catcher.
I'll go in the bag.
And the bag, and behind me is a little dog. On you go, little dog. Go. Over the stile. Well, so far so good. No litter at all, so not sure whether the other litter fairies have been around and taken some. Yes, unfortunately last night, and we're going to look for it this morning, somebody dumped a nappy. Now I'm assuming that parents would be aware that their children are removing their nappies, or toddlers removing their nappies, unless of course we have an estate of unaccompanied babies and toddlers that come and use the lake and discard their nappies without their parents being aware of it. It is a possibility. So we're going to investigate that possibility. Oh dear. This is another issue we have of dog owners. They must have missed that one. Now, yeah, we'll do a whole thing on dogs and their business in another episode. Here comes slow coach. Oh, you can. You just all you do is you just put one leg in front of the other quicker. That's simple. Right, which way we're going? Left or right? Let's go this way this morning. Not always.
Yes, every time. And I drop the bag. I don't want to be touching so many carrier bags.
Completely quiet. Well, apart from a small child in the background. Completely quiet.
I can't be quiet.
Small child in the background.
I'm not on the back anymore.
You in the water again?
Yes.
That's why we like to keep it nice and clean. Of fishing hooks and line so little doggies don't get damaged. Even the boys seem to be in the right place today, don't they? So these are for emergency use only, but a lot of people like to play with them, which we don't mind as long as I put them back. Well, it would appear this morning, last night we took a few photographs of a nappy. Dog is now trying to eat said nappy. So if we can ask parents to really keep an eye on your babies and toddlers in case they wander off and discard their nappies without your knowledge, because clearly any parent wouldn't leave a nappy dumped on a nature reserve or a nice lake, certainly in the lake. So for paddleboarders and swimmers, beware, because if swallowed or ingested, a nappy may cause you an awful lot of trouble and problems. A, there's a real risk of choking, and B, you might find some irritability, stomach problems, or even a lot of sleepless nights, and potentially intentional wetness during the night, which the nappy should sort out. However, we prefer for young families or families come and enjoy the lake. Just be very conscious that your toddlers and babies might be removing their nappies without your knowledge. That's possible, I guess. Unlikely, but possible. So either gaffer tape them, or super glue them on, or even bring a swim nappy. That would be nice. Therefore, as you go to a swimming pool, you wouldn't just leave a nappy in a swimming pool. You'd put on a swim nappy on a child, which is slightly tighter and less difficult to get out. So I'm going to show you the aftermath of this said nappy with the split last night when I was getting out of the lake. And the gel is now there for all animals to ingest too. That's the remainder of the nappy, the gel and feces. So paddleboarders, swimmers and families beware. Should your children come playing, should you go paddleboarding, or should you come swimming, the last thing you want to do is inadvertently stand, trod or ingest said nappy. So please, as said parents, do keep an eye on your children in case they're discarding their nappies without your knowledge. Or if you are responsible parents, take their children home along with a nappy, or even put it in the dog bin. It's more or less the same thing. Look, it's the sign still there, and we still got our boy. Oh, so here we are, sitting by the lake. It's gorgeous. Shall we look back there, just in case somebody's inadvertently used the long grass to dump things? It's a good word, dump, isn't it? Dump. Oh, a little truck. Goes round the tree. And little track round the tree. Well, it's looking fairly clear, that to be said. Yeah, maybe one of our fellow villagers have been. Goodness. There's some wildlife. Look, there's a duck. There. That's a bit of wildlife who's enjoying the lake. See some fish jumping in the distance as well. I wonder if fish are going to appreciate nappies in the lake. Probably not. Oh, more ducks on the lake. What, the same duck? You mean we've only got one duck? Here we are at what I call the beach. It's not really a beach, but it's just here to describe.
This is the beach.
We call the beach, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any letter.
Butterfly doing a race.
Butterfly doing a race. Two butterflies doing a race. Who's winning? Not a great deal this morning in terms of litter. So we'll pick it all up. With my trusty steed, A the dog, and a small child who really cares for the environment. I thought most young people cared for the environment. I thought most people cared for the environment. So do be mindful, families of small children and babies. Be vigilant. Make sure your child doesn't wander off. Dispose of their disposable nappy in the lake and the bushes without you being aware of it. Pictures will be on the blog and on the gates so that people can be mostly aware of this rather interesting situation of the great nappy disposal. Oh, what's that? That must be a Milky Way plant or some form of.
Oh, I thought that was a flower.
I thought it was a flower, but it's not.
I thought it was a blue flower.
There was a big inflatable down here the other day. Dumped in the bush.
And guess what? That inflatable was set on fire.
Well, it was actually burnt with cigarette butts, wasn't it? So somebody brought it down, enjoyed the use of it, and then burned it. Bit of a scum on the water this one. Never mind. Well, it's looking a bit scummy. Let's go then. No cigarette butts. That's this the other one that people like to leave. They like to leave the cigarette butts. They like to leave the cigarette butts. Come on, quick.
Yeah, just drop it in.
Me little thing is going. I should get another one. Enjoy the countryside and a nice smoke to relax. And drop your butts. To be ingested by wildlife.
The litter that I see the most is cigarette butts.
Cigarette butts.
And face masks.
Cigarette butts and face mask. Yeah. Oh, a couple more. Somebody's really enjoying himself here. Having a real good.
Well, at least we're here.
We're here.
I found another.
Everything alright. You found another one?
Yeah, right
There you go.
That was a sneaky place to hide it, mister.
Sneaky place to hide it.
That one worked.
You know, I suppose the sad thing is that there's always going to be people that come out, enjoy the countryside, and don't think, well,
Throw the litter out of the window or something.
throw the litter away. Either because I guess they don't intend to come back to the same spot,
You can't drive your car around here.
or wonder whether or not, you know, somebody comes around and cleans up after them. But all I want to do is come for a little walk with my dog, enjoy it. However, now there seems to be a regular routine. You have to need a litter picker, a bag, a dog, and even a small child to help you. And I guess we get the small children involved. They may see the value in keeping the place clean. Oh, this is another spot. Oh my goodness. All 4 life buoys in the right place. Thank you, people, for those that are putting them back. It's amazing. Oh.
We'll save you the dragonfly.
And dragonfly in the water.
Yes. A very beautiful one. Right there. Look at it.
I think he's met. He looks a bit. What's the word? Dead. That's a shame. Okay. Oh no! Dogs dropped the tennis ball in the water. Don't do it again. Oh, seriously, we've found more
Cigarette lights.
cigarette butts.
Oh,
That's a stick, dog.
no cigarette.
Hope whoever's left these behind, enjoyed the time at the lake, and hope you enjoy your
Cigarette.
time and your smoking. But if you don't mind, would appreciate if you take it home. You know, put it out, which you obviously have done. Pick it up, put it in a bag. That's all we ask. Then I may not have to come for a walk. Or one of these things. I suppose I don't have to do it now.
What's your stick again, Oreo?
I suppose I can just
Oreo,
leave it.
what's your stick?
But there's something about caring for the local environment. I feel a little bit of a purpose. Would be nice if everybody did it, rather than just a select few. And there is a number of villagers and swimmers and paddleboarders that do come down now. We know actively take more than they bring. But always saying here the spooky thought, if you bring all your stuff in a bag, you then utilise it, eat it, drink it, barbecue it, whatever. Why not? Here's a really, really spooky thought. Put the rubbish in the same bag you brought and take it home. And we'll even show you where the bin is. It's not that far, depending on which access you came into the lake. If you come in by the sewage pumping station, which some people do, and go along by the river, there's a dog bin just at the beginning of the gate, or near the gate, where you can put stuff. We're going to be due to get a bigger bin, hopefully. And if you come by the other aspect, which is where we've come this morning, there's clearly a bin and a sign saying put things in the bin. So if you can do that, we would here at Escomb fully appreciate it. But this morning has been quite a pleasant walk.
Really, all that he's saying is take home all your litter.
You're not going to go through that hole with that stick, dog. Here we are at the end of the walk, and if you've enjoyed your picnic, your barbecue, your children splodging around the lake, providing they've not left any nappies, so once you've come out through the gate, look, here, this is where the bin is. There's a bin just here in which you can deposit your rubbish. It says, please put litter in the bin. So do you want to tip that bag in there? It's a bit full, but if you kind of tip your bag, just tip it out because we'll keep the bag. Whoop, got on the ground.
No way, you can get it.
There we go. End of another little successful walk. There you go, cigarette butts in the bin.
Okay.
Brilliant. So that's walk done for the day.
And all this video was all about was taking all your litter in the bin or at your house to the bin.
And you made a good point. You could take it home and you could either put it in your own bin or recycle it.
Or you could also make it, turn it into something else, like make a new thing out of it.
Yeah, recycle and make something new.
Yes.
That's a good idea. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.